and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm talking about the top 10 scary broadcast interruptions part 2. Mr. Danny Burke hosted part 1, but he has flown the COUP, so it's up to me to bring you a part 2. Don't worry though guys, don't worry Danny fans, he still exists and you can find him doing his own thing. You should go say hi after you watch this video, of course. Okay, so you get the idea. You're watching TV, you're enjoying your regularly scheduled content, and then all of a sudden the broadcast is interrupted and you're shown something you didn't expect. What horror. Before we get into this video, why don't you guys let me know what your favourite TV show is? It could be on TV or on YouTube, wherever. At the moment, mine's definitely Queer Eye or Outlander, and of course Alan Partridge's This Time. I love it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and of course please do like this video and share it with a friend. Do check out the links in the description box to our most amazing Instagrams. Alright, coming into number 10, we have the earthquake. Shake, shake, horror shake. This actually really terrified me. In September 2017, a Mexican news station, Foro TV, was broadcasting live on air from Mexico City. This was when the studio was hit with a 7.1 magnitude earthquake. Oh my God. The reporter at first looks calm and determined to finish his segment, but then have a look at the fear in his eyes. Check it out. Then what's even scarier is when the camera cuts to another shot and you can see the equipment in the studio swinging violently overhead. Have a look. I think if I were the reporter, I'd be more concerned about one of the heavy lights coming down and smashing my head open than I would be about the ground opening up, but honestly, both concerning. Imagine seeing this on live television too, like how terrifying. The earthquake was actually the deadliest to hit Mexico in more than 30 years. Coming into number 9, we have the sexy Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is a family-friendly viewing activity. Kids and adults alike get together to watch their favorite teams. But in 2009, 80,000 viewers in Tucson got an unexpected eyeful. Standard definition viewers had their Super Bowl Comcast coverage interrupted by hardcore porn for an eye-watering 37 seconds. It seems that a cable employee was behind the interruption and Comcast Cable had to fork out $800,000 in compensation. This went to viewers who had seen the saucy footage in place of the Pittsburgh Cardinals game. Coming in at number 8, Anonymous hack Fox News. In 2015, Hacktivists Anonymous, known for their creepy smiling Guy Fawkes masks and altered voices, took over a live Fox News broadcast. Fox News was conducting a euthanasia interview with Dr. Jack Kevorkian when Anonymous took over. Have a watch.
They deserve it.
Dear Fox News, it has come to our attention that you have been alienating the American people.
They berated Fox for purposefully scaring people about terrorism and covering up corporate corruption. Anonymous said, "You have sacrificed your journalistic integrity for the dollar. Unfortunately for you, the dollar cannot stop an idea whose time has come." They end up by saying that they've been watching Fox and they know what they've been doing, and also they've been poisoning the minds of America for too long. Anonymous does not forgive and does not forget. I quote. Honestly, this is pretty scary, especially because of the masks. But I have to say, I do enjoy this kind of horror movie, so I'm just gonna sit back and popcorn it up. Fox News. Who knew? Coming in at number 7, we have Captain Midnight. I love a good strike story and incidents of standing up to the man, and this is exactly what Captain Midnight was attempting to do. Why? Because cable was really expensive. Captain Midnight was a character constructed by an HBO electrical engineer who was annoyed at the channel for raising their subscription prices to $12.95 a month, which back in the day that this happened was around $30. This was the 80s, and $30 a month is a lot to watch TV. While that doesn't sound that scary, the takeover did include a threat. It said, "Showtime movie channel beware." Here's a clip of the moment that the takeover happened. Then there was a period of black and white with kind of messed up signals, which was pretty chilling. Check it out. One of the commenters on the video added further insight into the incident. BNSF 1995 said, "All of the crackling throughout is the HBO broadcasting station trying to up their power and Captain Midnight fighting back by upping his power. Eventually HBO lost and was forced to stop at risk of blowing their transmitters." Oof. Coming into number 6, we have monsters in Marquette. Zombies? In America? You heard it here first. In 2013, an emergency broadcast went out on 2 television stations affiliated with PBS and ABC in Marquette, Michigan. Am I saying this right, Michigan? Is it Marquette? Is it Marquee? You let me know. The stations were infiltrated by trickster hackers who put out an alert to say that civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. What? This was in like a banner across the screen and it was worrying. The message said, follow the messages on the screen that will be updated as information becomes available. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies as they are considered extremely dangerous. Some people were genuinely concerned when they read this, other people saw the funny side, and some people thought it was very disrespectful. I honestly do see the funny side, it was clearly a hack to me, but I get it that this is not what you want to hear from your trusted local news station. The local station manager and news director Cynthia Thompson issued a statement on behalf of ABC 10 saying that the channel was working on rectifying the hack. Coming into number 5, the CNN coup d'etat. On July the 15th, 2016, CNN Turk, the Turkish branch of the CNN television network, was taken over by force by rebelling soldiers. As CNN Turk were reporting on the coup against President Erdogan, armed members of the country's militia stormed the studio and forced broadcasters off air. I can't find the moment that the anchors were actually dragged off air, but I can find some pandemonium in the studio footage. One guy goes up to the camera to try and explain what's happening, but he doesn't realize that all the microphones are off. Employees filmed the chaos as armed militia dragged them from their building. Honestly, how worrying does this all look? Can you imagine being a Turkish citizen watching TV and seeing all of this happen before your very eyes live? Sometimes watching live coverage of Brexit is stressful, but this is like a whole new level. Coming into number 4, we have The Buzzer. So this is a bit of a broadcast mystery right here. UVB 76, also known as The Buzzer, is a radio station that broadcasts on the frequency of 4,625 kHz. Now the radio station is pretty boring. Or is it? It's a series of buzzes repeated every 25 minutes for 24 hours a day. It usually sounds a bit like this. But sometimes the broadcast is interrupted by a voice speaking in Russian. Now, the voice is oddly instructive. The station has been noted since the 1970s, and there are all kinds of conspiracy theories as to what the beeps and interruptions mean. On Christmas Eve 1997, for example, the voice interruption came at 9 PM GMT. This time, after a series of nonsensical numbers and letters, the names Boris, Roman, Olga, Mikhail, Anna and Larissa were mentioned. Why? Since 2010, voice messages have increased and a lot of people have come up with many speculative reasons. The general consensus is that it's a Russian spy channel. Shortly before the 2016 presidential election, the buzzer was broadcasting even more than ever. So what does this mean? Coming into number 3, so scary, we have This Is War. A declaration of war interrupting live TV. Honestly, this is very terrifying, especially considering the likelihood that if you're watching the channel live, you probably live in the country or you're at least in the country that's at war. In July 2006, Lebanese fighters fired shots over the Israeli border, leading to a 34-day war in which Israel retaliated very, very hard. We know that there's a lot of historical beef here, but honestly, finding out that you're at war on TV is stressful. Israeli hackers took control of the Islamic Lebanese political party Hezbollah's TV station with a chilling message of war. The hijack signals started showing images of dead Hezbollah guerrilla soldiers, which is not what you want to see. An image of the political party leader was then shown, along with sounds of gunshots and a voice saying your day is coming. So it was a declaration of war and also a massive threat. Coming into number 2, we have the Christine CHUBBUCK broadcast. Christine CHUBBUCK was a 29-year-old news reporter who worked at WTOG and WXL-TV in Florida. It seems that the reporter was depressed and had joked about suicide, but on the morning of the 15th of July 1974, the young woman took over Suncoast Digest, something that she'd never done before. She delivered 8 minutes of news and then a film reel that was supposed to show a restaurant shooting, but this film jammed. The anchor shrugged it off and calmly said, "In keeping with Channel 40's policy of bringing you the latest in blood and guts and in living colour, you're going to see another first. Attempted suicide." She then shot herself live on air behind the right ear and died of her injuries. The technical director cut the footage as soon as they could, but thousands of people saw the death happening before their eyes. Later it was revealed that the whole event had been scripted by Christine, who must have planned her baffling takeover. Unless you saw the footage live, you'll never see the incident. Luckily the tapes of the death have been destroyed, and if there are any remaining, they are heavily under lock and key. There was a Sundance movie starring Rebecca Hall where the infamous moment was reenacted, so if you want to get a sense, here's a clip.
WZRB policy.
Don't give up on it.
Presenting the most immediate and complete reports of local blood and guts. TP30 presents what is believed to be a television first.
Finally, I really hate to say this at number 1, we have The Assassin. This is one of the scariest and most awful TV interruptions of all time, and out of respect for the dead, I'm not going to show you any of the footage, I'll just tell you the story. In August 2015, a local TV reporter and a cameraman were shot dead in the middle of a live news broadcast for WDJB in Virginia. This all happened at 6:45 in the morning. Reporter Alison Parker and cameraman Adam Ward were broadcasting a live interview with an official from the Chamber of Commerce. This all happened when they came under fire. The official, Vicky Gardner, was harmed, but she did survive. She said she played dead. The gunman was a former reporter at the same station, Vesterly Flanagan, known under the on-air name of Bryce Williams. The perpetrator shot himself hours afterwards following a police pursuit. Audiences saw the murder live on air, which was quickly cut back to the studio. Flanagan had also recorded the incident on a GoPro and uploaded it to the internet. Sickening. Luckily, it has since been removed. Parker and Ward's co-workers were offered counselling, but it really shocked a lot of people. So guys, that was horrifying, wasn't it? That was the top 10 scary broadcast interruptions part 2. What did you think to this list? Honestly, I feel a bit upset. So, to rectify that, here's a clip from my favourite news interruption of all time.
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. Pardon me. My apologies.
Beautiful. I honestly feel like my spirit animal is this kid. I love her, see? We're happy now. So guys, if you liked watching this video, do make sure you leave a thumbs up. I know that it's kind of scary, but I know that you guys like this kind of content. Also, do share it with a friend. Also, don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what your favourite TV show is. Honestly, I love reading it. I like suggestions. Before I get out of here, I'm just going to read some comments from the top 10 scary Harry Potter theories. Bro said, J.K. Rowling, Dumbledore and Grindelwald had an extreme sexual relationship. Everyone, why do we ever need to know this? Honestly, I love J.K. Rowling and I'm sure that there's a reason for her saying all of that, but I have to agree with you, it's kind of an information piece that I didn't want to know. Helena Berthume said, all hail the Slytherin Queen, Slytherin forever, love your vids. Yay, snaking around. Dawn said, when I got this notification, my first thought was Rebecca better be the host. Also, any Hufflepuffs in the comment section. Of course I'm the host. Now that the Hufflepuff King Danny Burke has left, I think I'm the only one on Most Amazing who loves Harry Potter, so pretty sure it's gonna be from me. If not, it's blasphemy, because like, I need to be hosting those videos. I love them. Anyway, thank you once again for watching this video. I hope that you liked part 2 with me now that Danny's gone, but don't forget to find him and say hello. I basically say hello to him all the time and he's like, shh, Rebecca. Good, shush Rebecca indeed. I'm gonna leave the video now, but do give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.